All right, y'all, how's it going? So I'm Adam, I'm the best man, and I'm so happy to be here. This is just such an amazing night. This has just been an amazing day. We've built up so long to this moment, and here we are looking at this amazing couple. But I want to take you back a little bit, back about 18 years. So, so it's third grade, and St. Michael's Catholic School in Cary, got some St. Michael's people in here. All right, well, maybe one. And so we all get to St. Michael's, and it's a brand new school, brand new situation. And as you can see with my stature, I'm a little dude, and I was a much littler dude then. So I get to the new school, and I'm thinking, okay, there could be bullies. I've heard about bullies before. And if I'm gonna survive here, I need to align myself with the biggest dude in here. Boom. That guy right there. So of course, then I come to find out that there are no bullies, and Brian is a giant teddy bear who would never hurt a fly, but from this we get an amazing friendship. And so we went to St. Michael's together through elementary and middle school, went to Cardinal Gibbons together, and through those years we brought more people in the fold, got more friends. We had a bunch of nicknames and traditions. Y'all will hear me say Bernie Boy. I call him Bernie. I don't know why. It just happened one day, and we don't let anybody call him Bernie except for me, even though our friends try to. We got names like the Freak the Mighty, another one that no one else understands, as well as the Fighting Tar Heels, because we school our friends on the basketball court. Woo! Yeah, okay, there we go. We had a bunch of traditions too. We would always go to the state fair every year together. I don't know how we pulled it off. Even into college, Brian would make it home, and we would all go together. Always get our deep fried Snickers bars. Another great tradition, Brian rolling his ankle. So that was, well beaten path. That happened plenty of times. And, so we were together, and we had all these amazing experiences, plenty of stories I want to say right now, plenty that I'm not going to tell you, and plenty that, have a few more of these and we can talk later. But something that was always consistent about Brian is Bernie always wanted to go to Notre Dame. And for all of you who know Brian, incredibly bright guy, incredibly driven guy. There was never a doubt in any of our minds he was going to make it to join the Irish up at Notre Dame. There's plenty of Irish people in here too, right? That's what I thought. Y'all got a game tonight. We'll the lights turn off and it'll be great. So, speaking of traditions, one of the things, a couple other guys in here, some more goons dressed like me you saw earlier today. We got Robert sitting right here at the front, Rob DiDomenico. We've got Michael sitting back there at the table, another groomsman. And there he is. And then we have Robert Michael, our buddy Schatzinger. So we're all Catholic, names. One of our things that we would always do is whenever any of us began dating somebody new, brought someone new in their lives, we would have a sort of interrogation. A sort of panel. I know, we're very intense guys. But we would, we'd bring them over to one of our houses. We'd get to know them. We'd ask some silly questions, ask some, really silly questions, because that's who we are. But, one day, Brian tells us about Gia. And he says, oh, man, you got to meet this girl. She is amazing. Shows us pictures, and we're like, man, how'd you do this? Oh, my God. But he says all these great things about her. And so we say, okay. She sounds great. We're going to put her through the ringer. So senior year rolls around, and we have not made it up to visit him yet. And so Mike Lutz and I decide we're going to go up. He knows what I'm about to say. We decide we're going to go up. We're going to meet this Gia. We're going to have a great time, get to know Notre Dame. So for those of you who know the story, Mike Lutz sleeps through the flight. He doesn't make it. So it's on me. This whole way up, I'm thinking, okay, we've got this long car ride together, from Chicago to Notre Dame. I've got to get my questions ready. I want to get to know her, going to see what she's about, but I also got to be impressive because, I'm Brian's best friend, so I've got to be cool too. I got to make this work. So I get out there, got my bags, and they're there to pick me up. I see Brian. I go to give him a hug, and then just boom, right out of the corner comes Gia. And she was like, hi, I'm Gia. It's so nice to meet you. And so for all of you who've known Gia her whole life, or maybe you just met her recently, you know some key things about her. And one of those things is Gia's the kind of person, she can make anybody feel welcome. She makes you feel right at home and right where you belong. And we had this amazing conversation the whole way through. I'm like, oh, this girl's really cool. All right, this is fun. We had an amazing weekend up there. Brian had to run off to do something on Saturday, so her and her friends put up with me for a day, and we just had just a great time. And when we left, when Brian went to take me back, I just remember thinking, because you meet your friends, significant others, you're like, oh, they're cool, this is good, this is good. But I was like, no, lock it up, this is done. This is done right here. Seeing how amazing they are together, seeing just the amazing person that she is, how happy she makes Brian. Y'all saw him tearing up right when she turned the corner today coming in. Like, that's real stuff right there, y'all. I've known this guy for 18 years, really, our friendship's old enough to buy lottery tickets, so you know a thing or two about the guy. And, it's just been such a pleasure to get to know you throughout these years as well. We've done Tough Mudders, which proves you're a total badass as well. So fun, so sweet. You love to dance and break it down. That's big for me. That brings us back to tonight, to this just amazing time. And all of these people in here, there's nowhere else we would rather be. And, I know you're going around, you're saying, oh, thank you. We're so glad to have you here. You're going to write little thank you notes, what you do. But on behalf of everybody here, we want to thank you because we have been so blessed. Up until the day y'all met, we've been blessed to have one of you in our lives. And it has just been, you've given so much to us. You're my best friend, Bernie. I love you, man. And now you've given us this gift of each other because we get to have both of you now. We get to have all the fun, this is great. We get you both. So, again, on behalf of everybody here, I want to thank you. And Bernie, I love you. And I'm so happy. I've seen you through so many things for so long, all these years. And, very wise man once said, you can't make an old friend. And, we have a lot of amazing years ahead of us, just like I see the amazing years ahead for the both of you. And Gia, thanks for taking care of my Bernie boy, because it really means a lot. So y'all, let's raise a glass. Cheers.